And it looks like it is setting it up. Well, hello there. It's Carol Dockum with beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. And we are here today continuing our Business Spotlight series. And our special guest today is Katie Nelson, and she is a business coach and founder of Sales UpRising. And that is a full service business coaching firm located in Herndon, Virginia, that specializes in providing mindset, sales, and marketing tools for business owners who struggle to take home a six-figure paycheck. She has built her firm around the statistic that 90% of small business owners never reach the monetary goals that they dream of when they start their business. So please help me welcome entrepreneur, speaker, and sales coach, Katie Nelson. Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Carol?
I'm doing really good. Thank you. And thanks for joining us here today. I know now more than ever, sales is such a critical element for all of our small business owners and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs out there with everything that's going on. And so I'm just excited that you're here today to help share some strategies and tips and how we can all keep going and moving forward during this time.
I love it. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you putting me on your platform. I've so enjoyed getting to know you over the past year. It's been massively enjoyable for me. So thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I'm the one that's super excited. I know when you said yes, that you would love to be on our program to share your expertise of really sales. And I was just blown away that you said yes. So I'm glad you're here. And I know you've got so much to share with us, especially an upcoming event that you can share with everyone as we wrap up. But what are some things, some strategies right now regarding sales with the coronavirus and pandemic, and what are some tips that small business owners can engage with right now that will help them? Because I know we all don't want to be salesy. We want to be sensitive and cognizant of what our current customers and clients and potential are going through right now.
I think that that's fair. I think that that's also true before the pandemic hit, right?
Right.
What I would get from the majority of my clients are words like, I don't want to be salesy. And once you know me, Carol, you'll know, like, you have to eradicate that word from your lexicon. I don't even know what that is. Because ultimately, right? So one of the things that you'll hear me say on a regular basis is sales is my love language. And that does not mean you have to be the best salesperson and raking in all of the dough or anything like that. But what I would want to put forward is that sales is freedom, both in especially if you're a sole proprietor. Sales is freedom in your business and therefore in your life. And I think that there's nothing more beautiful than that type of freedom. So I love it. Sales is my love language. One of the things that I hope everybody that's paying attention to this has not been affected by COVID-19 other than maybe having to stay at your home. I hope that you are all well and all healthy and that you stay that way. Me and mine are doing all right. We're hanging in. I'm tired of my own pets, but I guess I'll keep them. And I think one of the biggest things that we have in front of us right now from a business perspective is potential and opportunity. Everybody is glued to their computer screen right now. And so if you have a service or a product that you 100% believe in and 100% provides solutions for people, it is your responsibility as the CEO of your business to talk about it. And I'm not saying you need to ping people in their text or their inbox or online every day, all day with just blurbs about what it is that you have or you do. But this is really your opportunity to start to engage them and get to know about them and what it is that they need to see whether or not you have a solution.
Right.
Right. So one of the strategies that I would put forward is to just get started. You know, we all kind of get in our own heads a little bit with the perfection, which gucks up the progress works. So just take a step every day to move the ball forward on your marketing funnel. And if your marketing funnel is full, then you've got a glut of potential sales waiting to happen for you.
Right. And I think what I just heard as well is, I mean, just keep moving forward, but really just to serve and be heard. So,
Yeah.
and be seen right now. As you said, everyone is online, particularly right now, and more than likely the next 30 to 60 days. This is an opportune time to provide value and share your value and really serve and be heard and be seen.
100%, Carol. I know
Offering
you
a
say,
solution, right? Offering
right?
solutions, right?
Absolutely. And I know you say it all the time, be seen, be heard, right? We were just talking about that before this call. And I think what I told you is that when I'm feeling sassier, what I say is closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Right.
So and our branding people, our branding and marketing gurus would talk about how you need to make sure you're careful about what you're putting forward. And I don't disagree with that. But at the end of the day, if you know it's you, then just go forward with it. One of the things that we talk about frequently in my groups of people is your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So if you can literally be as true to yourself and know 100% that you have the answers for some people and that you can help and be of service, then just go for it. Let all of the other noise fall by the wayside, right? Either they'll join you later when they can hear the message, or they're not for you to begin with, and that's okay. There's plenty to go around. So,
Right.
just get started 100%. I think the number one thing that I talk about in times like this, that salespeople have a little edge over everybody else, is that the sales function of any business, you really have to train yourself to be as positive as you possibly can be. You get no's constantly. No, who are you? What? I don't want to talk to you, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
The rejection is real.
Yes.
And so we have had the ability to hone our positivity muscle to like a sharp, strong muscle. And that is the number one thing that I would give to all business owners, heads of household, leaders at this moment, is to keep a positive mental attitude so that we can continue to move forward.
Right, right. And I know from my years of being in sales, and actually we are all in sales every day, whether we are selling ourselves personally or to our family, friends, we're selling every day, aren't we? We really are. I mean, it's not just offering a product, products and services and goods. We're selling ourselves and how we show up and how we treat other people and react, and the value that we give in just daily life. And we all get no's. And the key is not to wear those no's, not to wear your feelings on your sleeves. And sometimes that no is just not now, And I know for myself, building my platform and my membership side and the services that I offer, it really takes several touch points. It's a process, isn't it? So, and I think what I've observed is some individuals, they get kind of defeated from the get-go or from the first no, versus just saying, it's one of the touch points.
I think one of the things that all humans have a tendency to get caught up in is that they don't like me, right? So if the interaction didn't go to our expectations, if we're feeling defensive, it's fine. I don't need you. It's you keep moving down the road. But more often than not, what it is, oh, why didn't they like me? And that's a really difficult hurdle to overcome. But once you do, and you understand how to not even put yourself in that place to begin with, the better off you'll be, right? How egotistical is it of me to think that as soon as someone meets me, they're going to want to hand me all of their money, and they're going to want to never leave my side, and they love listening to everything I have to say all day, every day. They're now the #1 Katie Nelson fan. All they want to do is join Sales UpRising, right? Like what could be more egotistical than that? I would never, that's so unrealistic, both for me and for them. Like,
Right.
talk about the pressure that I would be putting myself under if I thought I was going to make that type of impression every time I met someone for the very first time. So I've learned to just let that go. And hopefully what I'm really looking for, all I really, really want is my next connection, my next touch point, my next, how can I get to know you better? How can you get to know me better? Right? It's all about the relationship. It's never really about the sale. The sale is literally like a data point. It's like a star in the universe, right? It's just one,
sense.
right? It's just one star. There are entire galaxies of relationships that we want to have.
There are. Yes, absolutely there are, which is why you need to show up and get involved and create ways to meet new people and new opportunities, new connections. Yes, new conversations that lead to the next big thing.
Absolutely, 100%. The sale never happens when people think it does, right? Everybody thinks that a sale is going to happen when I say, Carol Dockum, would you like to do business with me, right? People think that it happens at the asking portion, and that's never the case, right? The sale happens continuously throughout getting to know someone and all of those touch points, and being able to clearly communicate your value and offerings to another person and getting their buy-in, right? It's not just the big joke is that salespeople love to hear themselves talk. And I got to tell you, I spend my time with a lot of salespeople and a lot of non-salespeople, and it's mostly the people who aren't as comfortable in selling that do most of the talking. Because those of us that are salespeople, 100% believe that it's all about the listening portion of the relationship, right? I need to hear what you have to say. Tell me more about you. Tell me more about your problems and your successes. Tell me everything. I want to know all about you. So it's this true, authentic interest in another human being that's really going to hold you in the best stead in your business, right? If you're not a people person, I don't recommend you have a service offering for your business. It's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, so the key is to be a good listener, to ask questions and truly be interested in the other person and identifying what are their needs, because then you can figure out, okay, I think I have something that could help them, right? I mean, truly help the other person. Yes.
And if it's not me, one of the things that you do here on Beautiful Faces Going Places is if it's not you, it may be somebody else you know.
Exactly.
And what a lovely thing. Right?
Yeah.
I have a fantastic reference for you. I know someone who 100% needs branding help or needs to who is an expert at boning up on your speech on stage, or can help you with your hiring process, right? I'm not going to be the end all be all answer for anyone.
Right.
Right? So it's my job as a business owner and a salesperson to also have other options available for people.
That's right. And those are normally called referrals, right? Yeah, exactly. How can I help you? I know someone and I'd love to connect you. Exactly. And that's being of service, which will later circle back. Exactly. And I loved what you said earlier. You were talking about your messaging or your sales messaging. And I know when I launched my company almost 2 years ago, it was brand new and I was trying to figure out the best, what do I call this visibility platform that I'm creating, And initially I called it a success boutique, and in my head, the message was clear. I knew what that looked like, you know what I mean? But I discovered over time that as I was sharing my success boutique, it's like, what are you doing, Carol? So, I mean, that really made me realize that the words that you use in describing your products, services you're offering, if it's not clear to your targeted audience, they have no idea what the heck you're doing and what you're offering. So
I put
I
this under
struggled with
is
that myself initially.
right. So, and I think, this is my third business. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm no longer a partner in my other two firms, but this is my third go round at being a business owner. And you have the opportunity to continue to learn these things over and over again at different levels, the more you do it, right? So again, that falls under the topic of, it's not about you, it's about them. Right? How we choose to describe what we do may or may not hit an audience ever. We could be the best thing since sliced bread, but if we aren't listening to our people, we may never be able to get to them.
Right.
Right? I think a success boutique sounds really fun to shop in.
Oh, me too.
I have no idea what that means, but yes, let's go shopping there. That's lovely.
Exactly. That's hysterical. And then I remember having a coffee morning with one of my success team members here, and she said, "So what is it? What is it that you're creating?" This was 2 years ago, and finally I said, "You know what? It's like an online chamber of commerce for women in business." And she said, "Oh, I totally get it now. Thank you."
Yep. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, and there it is. Right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, what I would give my startups or my just having been launched humans out there, this is literally where progress, not perfection, comes into play, right? Don't get too hung up on it. I don't know a single business in business today that has gone with the first iteration of their thing.
Right.
Because if we do it right, we're not looking to be in business for a year. We're not even really looking to be in business for 2 years, right? We want this to be a long-lasting relationship with ourselves, with our business, with the clients that we develop. And so, just keep listening, keep asking the questions, right? And judge along the way.
Right. That's right. Exactly. I always say, just go, just do it, put it out there, and benchmark and tweak along the way.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing to see the growth that happens in that process,
And this is, let's talk about growth really quick.
Yeah.
This is growth. Like, I don't look at myself in the mirror for a month, right? This is not, I stare at myself every day and find out where I've changed. This is putting something forward, planning on in a quarter, taking a look at the results that I've received so that I can move forward with this great data, right? If we stare under anything with a microscope, it's really difficult to see how far we've come in any 24-hour, 48-hour period of time.
Right.
But if we can launch it and then take a step back and then revisit, that'll show us all of the data that we really, really want, right? The juicy stuff that we can move forward with.
Right. Exactly. So it sounds to me like you're saying, track your numbers, track your activity levels, and keep track of your data so that you have something to analyze quarterly or yes, exactly.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. The more it becomes a practice, the more it becomes a habit, you'll be able to take a look at it on a weekly basis, right? Like, so how many sales calls did you make this week? If you're not getting the numbers after a month that you're looking for, then you got to go back over that month and see, oh, maybe I spent a little bit too much time networking versus actually having sales conversations, or maybe I spent too much time behind my computer creating content instead of putting myself out there to my potential clients. That data and those statistics and that tracking is really going to help you inform where you need to up your game in your business, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I was just curious. I know you have just years of experience in business coaching, sales coaching. Share some of the highlights of some of the clients that you have worked with.
Oh my gosh. So, I love what I do. The majority of my entire life. So I started my sales career actually getting paid when I was 15 and a half to do sales. So back in the day when there was a call center, now there's a do not call list. I have no idea if that even still exists, but I loved it. And as I grew in my sales career, and then in my last couple of firms where I was the sales arm for my businesses, what I realized is that I love to help small business owners build and understand their relationships with their potential clients and their clients even deeper. Because that's where success, business success begins and ends, right? Is with every dollar that comes in the business and then how it's dispersed throughout the firm to help you grow your employees, get your biggest thing out there, all of these wonderful things. So I actually just got off the phone with a client this morning who originally when we worked together had just, and I'm going to say just, which I don't say very often, but she literally in her business was a product-based business. She's not in direct sales. She sold product. And over the course of working with her, she literally has a multiple 5-figure offer that she now has for her clients, which is one of the most amazing things. Like the solution that she provides for people is robust and fully fleshed out and really this amazing offering. And my favorite part about it is listening to her excitement about this.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, I remember where I started and now I'm here. And she's gone through such a transformation of being able to go from, oh, well, this little tiny thing over here in this corner to, a national brand.
Wow.
That offers amazing things for her clients. So that's probably the part that I love the most is listening to my clients bloom.
Right. Yeah, that excitement and that energy. And like I shared with you earlier today, when I read your confirmation email this morning that yes, we're a go today at noon. And I mean, your excitement and energy just really shone through on that email. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun.
Thanks, Carol.
Yeah, so your energy is contagious, as I said. Your energy and excitement is contagious. And I think that is such a critical element for sales as well, to be so passionate and excited about, what you have to offer and the problem.
So I'm going to ask a question really quick there. Do we want to say contagious?
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. We don't want to say.
How I feel about this, Carol. It's really funny. So my title is Sales Catalyst, because if you know me and if you hang out with me at all or hear me speak in the least little bit, your sales have a tendency to go up. I make you think about your sales, and it's a catalyst for you to actually go out and do it and try it and get more. And I love that. And it's one of my whole life, I've gotten words like, your energy is infectious.
Right.
And I've always thought, I don't know if these things are good, but I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. Have some energy. I'll make more.
Yes.
I'm always happy to share the passion for what I do. It is amazing. It's opened amazing doors for me. My best friend of 10 years used to be a client of mine.
Okay.
And I never would have met her or had the amazing experiences that we've had in our life together if I wasn't a salesperson.
Right.
Exactly. And shout out to Dave Capicella. I'll have to send this to him. Dave and I have been friends for years now, and he used to be a client, right? So everything in my life in some way or another has been touched by a sale, whether I bought something, right? I have favorite salespeople. I have favorite businesses I love to do business with because they sold me. I bought in. It's wonderful, right? Think about when y'all go to church, right? Have you ever left a church because whoever was standing on the pulpit wasn't quite the messaging or the way you like to receive your messages on Saturdays or Sundays or Fridays or whenever you go and commune with God, right?
No, absolutely. And I've also gone to church because of
someone you couldn't get enough of, right? You were like, oh my gosh, yes, I buy in, I believe it. Preach, literally, right? Like, keep it going. Let's do more. So if we could all have that for what we do, every single business owner I know has this unwavering belief in what they can do for their people. And I would want to say to them, I believe you. Like, I'm going to believe you if you say so, I choose to believe you. So show me that that's true. It goes back to just do it. Get started. Let's make it happen for yourself.
Exactly. Just do it. Get started. Keep moving forward. Exactly. Well, I know you've got a special event coming up here. I'm very, very excited for you, Katie. If you don't mind sharing that event that you've got on the calendar. And
I don't mind at all.
okay.
So it's going to start with a little bit of a story. Sales Uprising is almost, what month is it? In 4 months, Sales Uprising will be 4 years old. And one of the very first conversations I ever had about Sales Uprising, like, Katie, why do you want to have the name of your company be something that's so raw? You know, do you want that kind of energy? And I'm like, yes, I do. Because what I really want to do, and this was in my 10-year business plan and my 15-year business plan, what I literally want to do is create an entire community of CEOs that are the #1 salespeople in their business, and they will literally advocate for the sales function of their company. And with the pandemic and all of we've been at home, I've taken the opportunity to become really creative in my thinking about this, and it's allowed me to bring that 10-year plan kind of into focus for now.
Right.
And so what I did was I contacted some amazing experts in the sales field. Every single one of them is a sales and business coach. We've got Brenda Avyard in Ohio, Cheryl Burgett in Colorado, Lorianne Reeves in Texas. The whole thing is going to be hosted by my managing director of the eWomen Network of Northern Virginia, Teresa David White. And on May 1st, we're going to put together a day of sales. It's going to be a 6-hour free virtual event that is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to be able to, one of the things you never see, Carol, are salespeople sharing a stage. I don't know if you've ever noticed it, right?
Yes.
I don't really know why it is.
Yes.
But you never see it.
No.
And so what I want to do is bring you different flavors of, if it's not going to be me, fantastic. I've got amazing people for you. And all I want is for business owners to take something away that they can embrace and immediately use right now to keep their business going. Small business is like, we're the heartbeat of the economy. We can't afford to stop. Let's keep going.
Exactly.
So it's called What Your Sales Needs Now. I'll make sure that you have links so that you can post it to all of your people. It'll be May 1st,
Okay.
Virtual live stream from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're all going to get together and have one big sales uprising. That's what I want to have happen.
Oh,
And big shout out to all of the ladies.
Yeah, I am super excited for this day event. And I know I have personally worked with Brenda Avyard from, she's actually from Dayton, Ohio area, and she is fantastic, phenomenal. And actually today I heard, or I listened to Lorianne Reeves. I'm happen to be on her email list, and she did a special podcast on Web Talk Radio. And so all I have to say is, Katie, with you putting this event together with this fabulous team of sales experts, I think, as you said, it's bringing together different voices. Yes, it's one subject matter, one topic, but they're different voices, and they may be saying similar things, but in a different way. And, and by doing that, you're really offering the knowledge and expertise that can help small business owners. And you just never know which voice is going to resonate, right?
You just never do. And this is such a unique opportunity. I am so thrilled that these ladies decided to jump in with me. We're going to take you from the beginning of sales is 1,000,000 miles deep, just like any function of your business. Once you really get into it, it's a many layered thing, like the most beautiful rose. And so the more it blooms, there's more and more petals. And so we're going to take you from the very beginning and having a sales conversation, right? Through the middle and the qualifying piece, we're going to talk about the psychology behind selling, and then wrap it all up for the day. We're even in the middle of it, we're all going to have a sales panel. So I invite everybody to get their questions in to salespeople and see how we all do, because you'll get more than one voice on it, right? It'll be interesting to see what we agree on and what we don't. If you've never had the opportunity to hang out with a room of salespeople, we're amazing and a lot of fun. So I
agree with that.
Hang out with us today.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic, Katie. I know you and I originally had we were going to be talking about sales is sexy, you know.
That was our original topic, was sales is sexy.
Exactly. And I love that. And then, you know, we're trying to communicate and just nail the date and time. And then you said, Carol, I've got an opportunity. And I'm like, great. I can't wait to hear about your opportunity and your project. And then the next thing you know, she has created this fabulous online event with bringing together these experts on sales. And I just thought, wow, you're just an action taker. You were fast. You created this fantastic day event for May 1st. And I was just like, wow, she moves fast.
You know, no moss, you know, that's no moss, M-O-S-S, not M-A-S.
Okay.
Right? For I grew up in Arizona, so I don't want them to think no more. Right. But no time to have moss grow at this point. Like the time that we have in this particular space is limited. And so the opportunity itself is limited. Just like every time you talk to a prospect, it may be the last time you talk to them. So what are you giving them, right? And so there's just no time to waste, Carol. There's no time to waste. I don't know when else I'll be able to do this. If it works, it's going to be amazing and can take on a life of its own. And I'm really hoping that it does. I think that this is something that the world needs, is sales experts, all of us.
Exactly. And now you're talking about Sales UpRising, and that is who you are.
It is.
Oh, Katie, I'm excited for your event. And yes, send me the links and everything. I will be sure to share it. And we'll get this on LinkedIn as well and all of our social media platforms. And I'm going to say, if you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, solopreneur, you need to register and attend and gain some knowledge that you can actually implement right away. So that 30, 60, 90 days from now, you know, you're still in the game, right?
It's what we do today that's going to dictate our next 90 days, right? So what are you doing today?
Exactly. Exactly. So join us. I can't wait. I will be registering for your program, and I look forward to seeing you again live and your panel of experts. So in sales.
Well, you know what? I so appreciate you. I'm really excited for the event. I was excited to talk to you today. Thank you again so much. It's been a ball.
I know. This has been awesome. All right. Take care, Katie. And thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Anytime, Carol.
I know. Have a good one. We'll see you on May 1st. Take care.